Guys, I'm here in my sunroom. It's a bit of a mess in here, but it's cold outside and I do not want to work outside. I don't have a garage shop. So um, I'm actually making my own duck box. I made one yesterday, not as great, but these are for my Mandarin ducks. It's different style from the one I bought outside. I like the top living one. This is about 20 uh 21 inches by 9 inches, and this is at about 14 inches, I think. But this is my own design, just looking at some of the boxes outside, and bought a wood link box for like $76 or $80 from Amazon, and I found out that a whole sheet of wood is like $35 or $40, I think. So I've decided, if you you have the time and tools and stuff like that, you can definitely make your own box. I can make 4 boxes out of 1 sheet of wood. Now obviously it's the time and the convenience. The time, when I wanted the box, I bought it quickly. But yeah, making this box, I'm making another one. It's going to be a little bit smaller. So the front is going to be an 18-inch face versus this 20-inch face that I have here. But design, and I put a little platform there for them to do it. And I just finished routing. Sorry, this piece here, I messed up a little bit, but I can definitely, and I corrected it by over extending it, the router. So there you go. So I'm having a 25 and a half inch back face right there, and then I'm going to drill holes and do the very same design. Pretty easy to cut the wood. I have this cheap Ryobi router right here, with an all-purpose, multi-purpose bit on the front there. It's a drywall router, but yeah. And then obviously you have like some of the other tools. Will be use them all the time. So hopefully this box comes out better. Oh man, that looks... No, screwed that one up right there. Everything came out so nicely except for this corner here. Look at that, looks really pretty. What a mess. Let me fix that. I want to fix that like that so that it doesn't look as bad from far. Of this is basically the height of the front. This is 9 inches right here, the front, and this is 15 inches, so it's a 9-inch by 15-inch box. So these are the sides right here, the sides of the box which I'm making. Now obviously I sized it so that everything is nice and plumb. This is gonna, you have 2 sides, and this is gonna be, you know, nice and flush. And so this is 9, and this back face is 15-inch long. I could have made it 11 and 11. I think I messed up on the calculations, but I'm not really sure. But it seems like the box came out, you know, I like it nice and long in the front and long at the back. So, you know, 9, 9, and so we did 4 9s and 4 15s, came up to 48 inches, I think. I can't remember. So 9 4s are 36, 36, 30, yeah, 9 4s are 36, plus 60. So we got 4 15-inch strips and 4 9-inch strips. So I had 4 of these 9-inch strips and 4 of the 15-inch strips. I could have probably changed it, but I wanted to make the box a little bit deeper. I think I messed up, but I think I saw 15. Some people have 11 and 11, like a squarish box. I made this box a little bit longer, and I'm making the lid on top here with some hinges. That's how my box is. Other people have the design of the box, you know, moving in the front, but I didn't want that. But yeah, yep. So 15 by and 9. So 15, and this is 18 inches in height. So that's what I'm doing here. My Ryobi rotary saw. Again, I'm doing it in my sunroom right now. Vacuum cleaner right there. Turn the vacuum cleaner on when cutting. But just to remember, you want to cut on the outside of this line because of the thickness of the saw blade. So when you're cutting, I always cut. So that's the saw blade. I cut on the inside right here, so your whole blade is shifted over, and you don't want to cut in the middle because then you'll be slightly short. So I was cutting on the outside of the line, so that, and then you measure and cut again, just a little tip. Don't forget. All right. So when you do that, you can see I cut on the outside of the line. Everything's nice and flush. And you have a nice even box. Look at that. Looks beautiful. So I'm gonna use this again to trim the line, and then ensure that it is nice and straight. But that is beautiful. My box is gonna be nice and flush. Woohoo! Good job. Alright guys, so I'm no perfectionist, but that right there is beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Everything's so flush and perfect. This box is gonna go together well. I like it. Look at that. So I'm really happy with the way it came out, and it's as good as the box right there. I'm gonna make this box and put it together. What I did basically was I used cabinet screws right here. They're nice and long, all the way down, so that, you know, this is not pulling out, because normally some people put the screws on the inside, and I wanted to, you know, go in this way so that, you know, you can see how nice and flush that is. I love it. So that the box is rotating along the screws this way, so, you know, they're nice and well done. These cabinet screws are nice and long. They're about 2-inch nice thin cabinet screws. They have this like little washer on there, so that's good. I haven't used any wood glue between them. I just don't want to, because I don't want the smell inside. Again, this is the back, drilled holes, because I will use strong zip ties to tie it on there, but everything's nice and flush. Let me just take a step back here, nice and flush right there. But yeah, the cabinet screws work well. They're about 2.5 inches. I have 2, 8 and 2.5. Those are the ones I'm using. So yeah, hopefully the other one comes back together. Little cheap hinges from Walmart, maybe like $1.50 or something. So yeah, left a little gap there for moisture to come out. So hopefully they like this. This one's a little deeper one. What I'm gonna do also, I recommend hitting some mesh. You can see back there that I screwed this little platform in, and I also put a little hinge, not a little hinge, but a little bracket down there. But inside the box, I put 4 cabinet screws to hold that. Let me see. There we go. It's better to put the flash on. There you go. So put 4 cabinet screws to hold that on there. So this will be nice and strong. Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty easy. Now I just gotta screw it together and drill the holes, and so I can hang it. And then this is one, and I'm gonna add another one. So give these ducks a bit of a selection and choice. They are nesting, so everything's going good right now. This is to the other one. This is a taller box right here. This is the taller one. I'm gonna build a shorter one. So this is the shorter one I'm building right now, and then yeah, we'll see how it comes out. Now I'm not gonna show. I mean, I can show you some of the drilling process, but it's pretty easy. I start on the ends. Put a screw up here, screw down there, and then up there and down there, and then size it correctly. Remember edge distance, so you don't want it too close to the edge. You want it, spaced in between. Yeah, and then this is the backboard. So this is 25 inches, and I'll probably leave like an inch. I left an inch from the bottom, so I can screw in pieces there, and start putting this box together. Now obviously for me to hold the box and the screws and everything like that, so that part I'll try show you tidbits of what I'm doing. Always pre-drill your holes so you don't split the wood. I use the 2.5-inch screws on the outsides here, and then I use the shorter screws on the inside. So I'll put I'll just put those there, so that's the longer screws, and then I'll put the remaining screws after I put everything together. There's my line for the 1.5 inch from the outside, and then there we go. That's how I'm doing mine. So I'm gonna do this side after I do that side. I have the front of the box here ready to go, and I'll start working on that real quick, and then start just drilling all of these in. Start on this side. That's nice and flush back there, so it's not bad. It doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. That's done. Next one here. And what I usually do on the little drill bit, I'll put a piece of tape on there, and you can see that's the length I want to drill into. Just, you know, somewhere on there. Keep drilling into the wood, then drilling it a little bit into this plywood so it doesn't crack. Using a piece of tape right there always works, and it controls the amount of length you want to go down till. So for those screws, if I'm drilling somewhere here, that's how much length I'm going to go into the bottom, versus the shorter screws where that's how much I'm going to go into. So yeah, and I don't want to use thicker screws because sometimes they split and crack the wood. So, you know, putting additional screws in these, I really like these cabinet screws, and they're for wood anyway, so hold down wood. They have a nice big washer on the front here, so that works really well. Somewhere around there. There we go. So, okay, and then I'll continue the rest of the box and get it over with. What I got to tell you is that some people put like a little strip of mesh back here, and it's for the babies to climb up and escape out of the hole once the babies are born. Some ducks are like the ducklings, like climbers. They're very good at like attaching their little claws and climbing up. You can check those little videos out on YouTube. There are plenty of them regarding that. So if you feel like it or have the time, so hit this little piece of mesh on the inside so that the babies can climb out. Some people don't. There's some boxes which I haven't seen little mesh. Some people put like little wooden strips inside there. I'm just putting a piece of mesh here, and hopefully that should suffice. Guys, so that was pretty easy. Just take some of these tiny little nails, hit them in. I use these tiny little nails and just bend them over, and they're pretty easy. Yeah, now to put the rest of the box together. All right, so from all this cutting and stuff, I do have this extra piece. Oh no, look, wood has split right there. That's not good. It was too close to the edge. Should back off a little bit more. So from cutting the 15-inch boards, I do have an extra piece here. So instead of cutting a small strip and all of that kind of stuff, I am going to let me see right here. I am going to just screw this in right here. That would be the easiest. So with that being said, I'll probably draw some lines on the underside here of how I want it to be, and then, you know, just equally size it on either side, and then draw a line, and then pre-drill some holes everywhere, and then ensure that I get those holes lined up correctly with the edges, and do that. So I'm gonna take my handy dandy pen right here. I think that's pretty much equal, and then basically you draw a line from underneath here all around, and then remove it, turn it around, and pre-drill some holes so that the screws can go in nicely and neatly. So I sort of drill that right there, like that. You can see that. So so this is the front, probably. So I know there's a screw right there, so I'm gonna back off and drill it somewhere here, and drill it somewhere here, and then, you know, there's another screw there, right there in that corner, so I'm gonna want to drill that a little bit behind there. So just think about where you have cross member screws going on either side, like there and there. So about a thumb, you know, that thickness right there. So think about it, and then pre-drill your holes. So this is going to be the front like this, like that. So just think about it, keep the box like there, and then just think about where you want to have that first hole. So that first hole probably going to be backed off to somewhere around there. This first hole can be somewhere around here based on how this is going to interface together. There. That's where we're looking at right there. The outer edge is like right there. So you want your hole back there, hole back there, and then outside where the holes are. And you want your hole back here. So that would be, this is the edge. This is where the line is right there. So you want your hole, back here. This is why it's important to draw that line. Holes have been drilled right there where I want them. Again, I will, once I put everything together, I will drill extra screws into everything and, you know, finish it off. But, woo, excuse me. Yep, there we go. So it's coming along. All right, there we go. So that's been completed. Those have come in. I put them in there. I'll put another one in there and then some shorter screws later on. But, yeah, this is what the box looks like now. Almost complete. Yeah, those are the bottom 1.5 inches right there. That is just, oh, actually, hang on, there's not enough space right there, but probably should have left a little bit more space on the top. But anyway, this is gonna come in here like that. You're gonna have a lid come in here, come in slightly higher so you get that angle. But yeah, this box is coming along a little bit. There's a little bit of a ledge at the bottom there. I just left it because I didn't want to cut an additional piece of wood. Yep, something, that's what it looks like. There we go. Put the flash on right there. That looks pretty cool. Nice and flush and trim and stuff. It's got the little mesh strip in there, which I didn't put in the other one, which I kind of forgot, so I'll probably add one piece in there. And then I will add the little flat piece right here, which I think I'll put a little bit of a bigger platform this time right there. That should be fine. A little bit more space for them to walk. I don't want to do additional work. I'm just using recycled pieces. And go from there. Again, the box on the outside looks pretty decent, not bad. I will drill some holes up here later on to hang the box. But so they're two different heights and to be. But need to pause for a bit and finish this work in a little bit. I go to run some errands. Guys, so I cut that to be a 12 by 15. That's going to be a lid. I'm getting ready to screw those guys in right there. I've got a slightly larger piece right here, so I drew the lines out there. Gonna put that there. It's slightly larger. I'm experimenting to see how this would be, so hopefully this all comes out nicely and everything's good and the birds actually like this, so we'll see. All right, just installed that, so this is nice and sturdy. Yeah, it became a little off-centered, kind of annoyed me, but that's okay. Now I gotta put the last part, which is the lid on. For that, I took an additional piece right there, then place this on top for the angle, and then once you drill in the holes, you will get an additional that additional length that you need. Okay, so it's about an inch on this side, about an inch on this side. I can measure this if I want, because let me see. I think it's about the same. Right there. Right there. Okay. Good enough. And then get your little hinges and screw them in. Guys, so I gapped it a little bit there, so when you have enough room to open and close this thing, there we go. That closes nice and flush. And there you go. Pretty much a DIY, do-it-yourself, DIY box. I can show you right here. Oh my God. That's a pretty heavy box. Ugh. There we go. My beautiful wood box using my Ryobi tools. I'm not sure what happened here, but there you go. Pretty much complete. Looks great from the sides. Put in a few more screws if you want to. I usually put another extra here, here. A couple extras at the bottom. Drill the holes where you want to, so that you can hang it. If you wanna, next time, shift this to the bottom, so I'll drill some holes in the middle here, and I'll zip tie it nicely. If you wanna shift those to the bottom and offset this, so there's a little bit more space at the bottom too, you can. But all in all, this was actually not very hard to make. Pretty easy actually, and I think anybody, if you have these little ducks, you can paint it if you want. I really don't need to paint it. So yeah, I mean, that's it right there. I think I did a good job. What do you think? And all pretty cheap. Again, I'll add a few more screws in and finish it off, because this will be outside for a decent amount of time. Thanks for watching, guys.